Alright, so today we have watched the Mongols Barbarians movie by the History Channel, and it was a very good movie. But first, let's start off with who is in our presentation group. And my name is Grant Tombo.
I'm Jared Greider.
And Joseph Strickler.
And as I said before, this movie was very interesting, and today we're going to provide a image analysis for you about images that were seen in the movie. And we're just going to go into an in-depth analysis about the pictures and how they relate to the information provided in the movie that we watched today. So for our first picture, we had the Mongols attacking Baghdad. And let's talk to Joseph about more analysis about the picture.
So during the mid-1200s, the Mongols had attacked Baghdad, and the first thing they made sure to do was to eliminate all remaining Abbasids. Not only did they eliminate all remaining Abbasids, they also left the city in ruins, making sure that almost all of the areas remaining architectural and religious landmarks were left destroyed. And they had also left Baghdad in devastation because they wiped out the Sumerian irrigation system. And that system had basically formed as a basis for the growing region, and that's why it had become so prosperous.
Alright, on that note, we'll explain more about the Mongols with Jared.
The Mongols were a group of nomadic people, and when they conquered, it was sort of like imperializing on them. By this I mean they did cultural imperialism. They would go and conquer someone, and then they would take over their culture, meaning they'd enhance their way of life with the culture that they had conquered, and also they would take over their religion, study it, worship whoever they were worshiping, and also they just do the same way of life as they conquered. Back to Grant.
Thank you for that insightful information. So now you're probably wondering, how did the Mongols take this up, and where did they get it from? Well, in the movie, they also talked about the Huns, and the Huns also had a similar way of life as the Mongols, because they conquered many nations and they made them their own. So first, let's talk about how the Huns did this. And they did this by the invention of the reflex bow. And let me tell you, by the invention of the reflex bow, this greatly helped them in their imperialization process. Because this bow, as seen in the picture, is very, very sophisticated for its time, and it took a lot of time to develop and make because of the interesting formation of the bow. And now that we've talked about the Huns, let's continue on about the Mongols because that was the main purpose of the video. So now one of the great Mongol leaders was Genghis Khan. And one interesting fact about Genghis Khan was that his father was poisoned by the Tatars, which was another clan, so to speak, that was against the Mongols. So now with more information about Genghis Khan, let's go back to Jared.
Genghis Khan had a long ancestry back in China and all across Asia. Genghis Khan, you could say he was a ladies' man, and over half of China today could be related to Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan also had a grandson named Kublai Khan. Kublai Khan took over the reins of the Mongol Empire and tried invading the neighbors to the east. They tried invading Japan because they wanted to imperialize and get more land, which that's what it was all about for that time period. Kublai Khan got a fleet of people and thought it would be an easy mission just to go over to the isolated Japan and take it over. But however, they were wrong. They ran into a kamikaze, which was a huge windstorm that wiped out the Mongol fleet. This enraged Kublai Khan to get him mad, or got him more mad to get another fleet of Mongol warriors to go back and make sure the mission was accomplished. With the luck of Mother Nature, Japan being isolated as it was, with no military advancements, was able to withstand the Mongol force, and a lot of countries weren't able to withstand this because of the brutal force that the Mongols implied on everyone else. Now back to Grant.
Thank you for that information, Jared.